two of the best questions I've ever been asked in my life are, what do you want in your retirement speech as a professional, as an individual? And what would the world miss if your company was no longer around? First question is, what are the things that you can distinctively do to ensure that you actually make a positive contribution that will be remembered long after you've actually stopped your professional work life? This has guided me in my professional life throughout all I've done for the past many years of my career, of doing something that I really like to hear that I made a lasting difference together with the team I'm part of, and also to do something that I'm proud to tell my grandchildren about because it mattered to people, it mattered to the world. And the second question about what would the world miss if your company was no longer around is to ensure that you do not only work for a company that matters to the world, but also that you as a leader ensure that you do everything humanly possible to take it in a direction where it would not automatically happen if that company did not exist. So when I got the call 6 months ago from Ørsted to join as a new CEO, I couldn't resist. I loved my job at the time, but for a company that has literally proven that offshore wind is not only technologically possible, but possible to scale and to be competitive as a fundamental part of the decarbonization of the world, that is, if not single-handedly, then clearly with a major contribution of Ørsted as a company, something that has happened and that the world would miss if that company was no longer around. But we are not done with that transformation. So that means we made our first transformation, which is faster and more ambitious than anybody else has made, and our ambition to be carbon neutral in our energy generation by 25 and to be entirely carbon neutral in scope 3 by 2040 is more ambitious, we believe, than anybody else. But we are on a constant transformation, and we must continue to do the things that are difficult, because if they were easy, everybody else could do them. And that is where the interplay between companies like Ørsted and government comes in. So for example, if you look at the German industry, much of that can be solved through electrification and renewable energy, but much of it can't. So that's where we need green hydrogen. That's where we need green fuels. And that market does not exist or is not short-term competitive. So that is why the interplay between companies and regulators to create a market that can enable an acceleration is something that we all need. And all of us, whether you're a business leader or whether you are a politician, we do not only have the opportunity to do something that matters to the world, we have an obligation.